Yeah, that's an interesting theory. Hey everyone, I'm Abbey Sharp. Welcome to Abby's Kitchen. In today's video, we'll be taking a look at vegan lifestyle YouTuber Ashley Alexander, otherwise known as Your Mom Ashley. But first, let me tell you about my sponsor, Built Bar. It is snack time in my house, and I'm really super excited because today I got a brand new box of Built Bars. And these are legit my favorite right now because I got the granola bars. So Built Bar came out with these 3 new granola bar flavors: white chocolate berry, chocolate peanut butter, and chocolate coconut. And I'm totally in love with the chewy granola texture. Let's get into one. If you like texture and different flavors and like a little chocolate, a little sweet, a little tangy, sour, cherry in there, oh my goodness, these are good. Like they taste like a chocolate bar, but with 15 grams of protein. And if you want to like step up your breakfast game, you put this on top of some oatmeal or serve with some fruit. You're gonna love your life so much. So if you want to try out these Built Bars yourself, check out my link in the description and use my promo code AbbeySharp15 to get 15% off of your order. And you can pause the screen or look at the description to check out my general disclaimer, including a trigger warning to those with current or previous experiences with disordered eating. So as always, feel free to skip this video if it's not supportive to your journey. And if you are not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and follow me over on TikTok and Instagram at Abby's Kitchen. So this one was highly requested, so let's just get right into it because your girl is feeling hungry. And this is probably not gonna help.
This morning I'm gonna be starting out by making some tofu scramble. Scramble avocado toast that I didn't season yet.
Okay, tofu scramble is an amazing vegan alternative to scrambled eggs, and I love that it doesn't cut any nutritional corners. So we're still getting tons of protein from the tofu and nutritional yeast, healthy fats from the avocado, and lots of fiber and micronutrients from the frozen veggies, bread, and the spinach. Now I'd say aside from the cost of avocados right now, I would call this a pretty affordable meal to like satisfy a crowd. And since Ashley is vegan, we definitely want to make sure that we're paying attention to some of the specific nutrients of concern like calcium, vitamin B12, iron, zinc, and vitamin D. And it looks like she's doing a great job hitting those marks.
Bravo, bravo!
So we're getting iron and calcium from the spinach, zinc and calcium from the tofu, and a healthy dose of vitamin B12 from the nutritional yeast, as well as loads of protein. In fact, only 2 teaspoons of fortified nutritional yeast provides over 300% of the daily recommendation for vitamin B12. Now the key here with both tofu and nooch is to check the label. So you want to look for fortified nutritional yeast and calcium set tofu or calcium sulfate tofu, which has 10 times the calcium content of non-calcium set.
This is so colorful. My mom always told me
Nutrients.
it's important to eat colorful foods.
Your mom knows what's up. And this is why I like to say we want to count our colors, not our calories. Because color is a good indicator of phytonutrient and antioxidant diversity, which we know is really good for our health. Color also just ups the sensory experience of eating. And research also suggests that we're much more likely to eat meals that just look aesthetically good. I also have to say that I love their roomy family meal time. Healthy eating is not just about the nutrients on your plate. Research suggests that regular family or social meals have physical and mental health benefits and are associated with decreased feelings of loneliness and increased happiness and life satisfaction. I mean, just try to think back to like 2020 or whenever your country got out of quarantine for the first time. Like up here in Canada, I'm pretty sure it was just like last month.
You go outside and you'll die.
But you know that first post-quarantine family or friends meal just hit different. So satisfying. We need more of that in our life.
I ordered Ashley a vegan banana bread.
Thanks, Kelly. We have our drinks coming as well. Iced matcha latte with almond milk.
Lemonese latte with almond milk because Ashley doesn't drink oat milk right now because it's bad for her skin or something like that.
But I'm breaking out around my face.
That vegan banana bread and iced matcha combo looks delicious. If she needed a more sustaining pick-me-up between meals, she could choose a higher protein milk like soy or add a little bit of nut butter on the bread just to turn it into a hunger-crushing combo. But is the oat milk hate here warranted to promote clear skin? Well, I have a whole video on the relationship between food and acne, which you can watch right here. But to quickly summarize, we do have research to suggest that certain foods may increase the occurrence of acne. Specifically, foods that have a high glycemic index like refined carbs and sugar. And this is because sugar increases our insulin levels, triggering the hormone IGF-1, which has been shown to worsen acne symptoms by increasing sebum production. So one large study found that frequent consumption of high GI foods was associated with a 30% increase in developing acne among teens. Now, oat milk isn't exactly like eating candy, but it does have a medium glycemic load with 16 to 18 grams of carbs per cup, and it has very little protein or fat to essentially slow down the absorption of those carbs. So I suppose if you drink a lot of it, it could theoretically be triggering for some. However, like most things, acne breakouts are highly individualized, and lifestyle factors like diet are only one small piece of the clear skin puzzle. So Ashley may break out from a single oat milk latte, while her friend Kelly's skin might be completely fine. But if switching to almond milk works better for Ashley and her skin, then totally works for me.
Okay, so I just finished up the edamame bowls. I'm still working on making the burritos right now. Now let's eat some lunch. Epic success. This is actually, I think, the first time I've successfully rolled a burrito. Wow, I'm literally so proud of this. This is like my baby.
Again, I am loving the easy peasy meals and roomy lunchtime. I also think that these are great examples of really versatile and customizable meals, even for folks who aren't vegan, but who still want to share that meal without sacrificing flavor or nutrition. I especially love that we're getting a variety of plant-based protein sources that deliver a nice array of amino acids. But just a heads up on vegan protein, we used to think that we needed to combine incomplete sources of protein like rice and beans together in like the exact same meal to form a complete protein with all of the essential amino acids that the body needs in that one single meal. But we now know that our body is way smarter than that.
Nerd alert!
Research suggests as long as we're eating a variety of protein sources and enough calories overall, there's no reason to worry about whether the protein you're eating is complete or incomplete. This also speaks to why there's very little evidence to suggest that following a plant-based diet increases the risk of protein deficiency, which I know is a very common concern amongst the omnivore community for vegans and vegetarians. The only concern that we do have with vegan diets and protein is that plant-based proteins tend to have slightly lower bioavailability and absorption profiles compared to animal-based protein, which is why it's often recommended that vegans and vegetarians slightly overshoot their protein intake. So, for example, the basic daily protein recommendation for vegans is around 1 gram of protein per kilogram of body weight a day, compared to 0.8 grams of protein per kilogram for non-vegans. This basically nets out to a 14-gram increase in protein for someone who's vegan and weighs around 140 pounds compared to a non-vegan of the same weight. We also want to try to pair that plant-based protein with a source of vitamin C from things like fruits and vegetables to really help the absorption, which I've seen Ashley do often. But the bottom line is, as long as you're eating enough total calories, your food options aren't heavily restricted like in the case of a ketotarian or fruitarian diet, and you're switching up your protein sources day to day, there's really no reason to worry. Your girl Ashley seems to have this down.
Mustard green, crispy chicken, orange chicken. That honestly tastes pretty good. I've never had a stuffed jalapeno. This is stuffed with some type of protein or something. It's good. This is Kelly's absolute favorite thing.
I grew up eating a lot of spam musubi because my grandma would make it for me. Now I'm eating the vegetarian version.
Yes.
Oh, that looks so good. You know, A lot of people ask me if they can be vegan and still eat intuitively. And to that I say, oh yes. Intuitive eating is about self-care. It's not just about eating whatever you want. So when the intention behind limiting animal products is not related to changing your body, and we're giving ourselves unconditional permission to enjoy, let's say, like a vegan fried chicken or vegan sushi, we tend not to feel trapped in the diet cycle of deprivation and denial. Thankfully, there are so many more vegan options that make this paradigm shift possible for folks who want to take it on. As long as these options still feel satisfying to you and you're not limiting yourself of the vegan alternatives, this is still, of course, compatible with intuitive eating. But in Ashley's meal specifically, we're getting some more protein variety with the crispy chicken and the orange chicken, which according to the Happy Veggie website are made with soy and wheat protein. The mustard greens also provide a calcium and iron boost, which are key nutrients of concern on a vegan diet. And then of course, we've got lots of fun stuff like the jalapeno poppers, dragon rolls, and most importantly, a really fun family style meal. So lots of good stuff to love. What are my overall thoughts on Ashley's diet? Well, based on our rough calculations, it looks like Ashley's consuming enough calories for her needs, and I'm seeing around a solid 90 grams or so of protein from a wide variety of protein sources, plus lots of sources of calcium, iron, and B12. So she clearly has this plant-based nutrition thing down. And despite choosing a vegan diet, I never got any sense that she's intentionally restricting in any way. In fact, we watched a bunch of videos like looking for red flags, and unless we miss something specific, which is of course always possible, we obviously can't watch everything, we really didn't catch any red flags. She seems to genuinely enjoy preparing, eating, and sharing her meals with her roomies, which I think is awesome. Plus, all of her meals were super balanced and easy to prepare, and I loved the combination of homemade and takeaway ingredients and meals. Overall, I think Ashley is super fun, low fuss, and definitely knows how to do a vegan diet justice. So on that note, that is all that I have for you guys today. If you like this video, be sure to give it the thumbs up, leave me a comment below on who you'd like to see me review next, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time on Abby's Kitchen. Bye!